Yeah. Well, I remember last week you said you had your rants and it was a really good video, so that was it. We've done that video. It was brilliant. But your original plan, wasn't it, to talk about SpaceX?
Oh, yeah, the rocket launch. Bloody hell.
SpaceX. That's Barbarella. No.
Is it?
No, she's on her own. Anyway. You should watch Barbarella.
You should, yeah.
It's all right.
That's amazing.
Anyway, yeah, so what a technological marvel. It was just so awesome. It's one of those sci-fi moments where the sci-fi comes true.
Yeah.
It was the rocket's landing.
It was unbelievable.
You just sitting there, what, really? That's going to crash. No. Oh, my God.
Can't wait for this. I mean, the whole thing was a little bit like that. I haven't watched a shuttle launch or a rocket launch. I remember that when I was young, seeing them on the telly and sitting there watching them, watching the counter go down and then stop as they hit a problem, and then abandon it all, carry on. And
well, I think I saw the Challenger one.
I think I did as well.
I don't think we knew what was happening.
No,
it was just,
Yeah, but I mean, watching this live, and it was live on YouTube. It was unbelievably exciting. I was sat and the counter was going down, and it was 3 minutes to go, and they're yakking their crap on the on the thing, and I'm thinking, this is never going to happen. This is there's going to be something stops.
Yeah.
And then when they got to the computer has taken control, I was like, no way, it's going to go. What's going to happen? It's going to blow up. I mean, Elon Musk said 50-50 chance of it actually getting off the launch pad, and it was flipping it, man. This could be a big bang, and it went up, and it was sort of, it's doing it. He's actually doing it. He's actually,
for real.
He's actually doing it, and you're watching it up, and then I don't think I quite clocked that these things were actually going to come in and land until they switched to the view of the two landing pads together, and I just thought, nah.
Yeah, I know. No way. That's not right.
And when they came in, it was like Thunderbirds. Thunderbird 1 landing.
Yeah.
Flipping it.
Yeah. But that's what the thing that he's doing. It's cynical and making money, but that's brilliant. You can't really knock it. Well, it's so inspiring. That's that's the thing that doesn't seem to happen or stopped happening. It needs to happen.
Well, we're probably going to get slightly political here, but I mean, it seems like for the last 20 to 30 years, our clever pods haven't been figuring out how they can invest in big projects to make money. It's sort of clever ways of making money through financialization.
Yes. Yeah, which is not inspiring.
Which is not inspiring at all. I mean, it makes people lots of money, but it's not really stand back flipping it. That's the kind of thing we can achieve.
It just makes people feel disconnected, that kind of stuff, doesn't it? Yeah.
Whereas this, I mean, I actually, for the first time in a long time, I thought, flipping it. We are capable, because there's so much cynicism around at the moment. You look at the environment, our lack of ability to deal with climate change and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's not just our ability to deal with it; it's our ability to politically cope with it.
Yeah,
the system to cope with it means, we've got to pretend it's not happening. Let's put all that, etc.
Well, yeah, because the technology is there for us to deal with these problems, but for some reason we're not dealing with it.
The wrong way.
And then Elon Musk goes away and he launches a rocket, which puts a Tesla into space, which is quite cool, with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the dashboard. How awesome is that?
Playing.
Yeah. Something that no private individual would have been able. Theoretically, it's so risky that we've relied on the governments to do so far. And he's actually, he surpassed the Russians, he surpassed the Europeans.
Yeah.
He's raised the bar, and now and he's talking about going to Mars, and suddenly you think, flipping out. We could go to Mars.
We could actually, that's what it's about, isn't it? Really, a lot of it is the belief that we can do it.
Yeah. Suddenly we're thinking, well, if we can go to Mars, maybe we can sort of. There's other things we can do.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. We need more like that, not automation that's going to put warehouse people out of work. And how are we going to pay for our living without, turning into a society of very rich and everyone else. Instead, we're thinking, how can we get to the go to the stars?
Yeah, which is, of course, not an argument against capitalism or anything like that, because Elon Musk, private money, private billionaire, did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another private billionaire who didn't do that and didn't do anything.
But he took I think, as he tells it, he took an amazing risk. Musk, he said when he sold his bit in PayPal and made lots and lots of money, he could have sat on it. But he said,
money,
I'm going to invest half of my money and assume that I'm going to lose it in Tesla and SpaceX, because they're both very risky ventures. And it got to a point where they needed more capital, and he put all his money in. And he was actually borrowing money for living expenses at one point.
Yeah.
So he has taken risk on board, sort of thing, and made it work.
Yeah.
He's obviously never going to have to worry about money again.
Or anything. And now he can do it. He can do anything. He can do it all.
Yeah, he's talking about creating underground roads, basically, isn't he?
Yeah, which is probably as a bigger deal for us than going into space. Actually, that's what we need
from day to day. So that rocket launch was truly inspiring. Sort of thing.
And yet the flip side of the coin is, how did the internet respond? Why is he doing that? God, that's not going to help the world, is it? Oh, it's so unfair. Why is there a car? What does that mean? It's just a payload. It's just cool. It doesn't matter what it is. You can have a breeze block if you want, but that mentality is, no, it has to be a breeze block. No, you can't have anything interesting. No. It doesn't matter. It just makes it inspiring.
There is certain question marks. The idea of, and he's spoken about getting ourselves off fossil fuels, and that's sort of like the aim of Tesla, essentially, to prove that we can have battery-powered cars and whatnot.
Which is, but that's the thing. And so he's fought against that, because you have to remember. We talked about Top Gear. Do you remember Top Gear years ago? There was a big thing when they made fun of Tesla and pretended it didn't work, and turned out none of it was true. Yeah. And Tesla tried to sue them, but they won. Top Gear won the argument because it's just entertainment and we're just making it up.
Yeah.
So the people Top Gear people, whoever they are driven to fight against Tesla, which makes no sense, because it's like the new modern car technology. It's supposed to be really good, isn't it? So,
you look at the performance of the things, and it's.
But people are zealous. Yeah, that's the problem.
Very strange. But when you look at launching a rocket, it burns a lot of fossil fuel.
Yes.
And he's talking about having using it to ferry people long distance.
Yes.
In a shorter time.
Yes.
And if we went down that route, someone might be able to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's.
We've made the electric rocket now.
Yeah, that's what we need. An electric rocket.
Yeah.
It did actually get me researching, and there's, and videos started coming up about warp drives and stuff like that, and how we could theoretically go too far away. And there's theory behind it that it is possible.
Yeah, you start reading, you think,
what?
Oh my god, ion propulsion and all that kind of stuff. And there was a website called Build the Enterprise. And I thought, oh yeah, that's cool. I should read of that. And the more you read of it, you think, oh yeah, oh my god. We haven't got warp. But apart from that, everything else.
Well, apparently it requires something called negative energy. And the guy who originally came up with it, the way he designed it, it would use like a universe's worth of negative energy to bend space so that you wouldn't have to go faster than light.
Right.
But they've redesigned it so it would only need like a Jupiter's worth of negative energy. But we're getting there.
Well, that's a factor of how many billion. So,
And there are issues in that, because I think you generate it in a ring and the spacecraft's in the middle.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to communicate with the outer ring to turn it off, because it's travelling at the speed of light and you're not. So whatever you send out to it would never get there.
Never get there, yeah.
But makes you think.
Yeah, so we're getting there.
Yeah. Amazing.
But apparently the shape of the Enterprise makes perfect sense.
Really?
Yeah, because if you had ion propulsion, not for warp, but for moving around the solar system,
impulse,
you'd have to give them away from the habited quarters, and you'd need a disk to rotate to create
Artificial gravity.
So actually, yeah, the Enterprise shape is absolutely spot on.
No way.
And I think there was around the time there was build a Death Star, and there was build the Enterprise, and there was an official response from NASA to the build a Death Star, and it was quite funny and all that. They didn't say anything about build the Enterprise.
I think a big problem is the materials required. Getting the materials out of the Earth to build these things. There's not that much around.
Yes,
but if we're flying around space, go to the asteroid field.
That's probably the first stage, isn't it? Yeah, and build it all in space.
Yeah, EVE Online.
But without the spreadsheets. Well, there will be, won't there? But someone else can do that. I'll just drive the spaceship.
We'll sit here and mine for 10 hours. Get some ISK.
Better in Elite, where it was just a couple of vectors, and you had to guess what it meant. It was just some lines.
So yeah,
space,
man. Yeah. Cool.
I went to the Leicester Space Centre a couple of weeks ago. That was nice.
It's a big space hub, Leicester.
It's coming back into public consciousness, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is. That's exciting.
It's great.
It should.
Yeah. I think we might have to review some albums